Hello, welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, and professional for today's systems only. The investment we're going to talk today will be ETH. It's my third posting up today. Respect to recording time of exactly 9 p.m. on the Eastern time. Ethereum currently $3,970, up about 1.74% so far. I wasn't planning on posting a third video, but I was also on my way home after dinner. I spent basically the half of the day today with my family. My whole family was actually off today, and I was just grabbing dinner in the city in Chinatown. And I was reading into the comment section. Seems like there's some questions around, what's the current momentum right now, right? What's going on right now? And as I was looking into the charts on my phone, I don't have like a comprehensive platform to look into the technicals. Seems like we broke into the $3,850, right? And as we have been reminding ourselves on a continual basis so far, that 3,850 to 3,475, those are the next level of resistance that we'll be consolidating down to if we were going to see a correction. It seems like we got there, and I hope that some of you guys actually got the limit orders filled, which I did actually. So I actually was able to buy one specific Ethereum. So I currently have 58 Ethereum. So I'm one step closer again to my goal of 100. And on the reasons, behind, what's the specific micro or macro factor that's driving the sell-off is again with respect to the Chinese Evergrande, the real estate developer, and Kaiser. They were not able to make a scheduled US dollar bond payments. And the reason that you see the entire market going down because of this Evergrande is because a lot of institutional investor, and I would say a large amount of institutional investors have skin in the game. So when they are down, they have to overcompensate by selling off some of their portfolio, and they have decided to sell off both crypto and equity, which subsequently drive the entire market to be going down in this correctional type of manners, right? So with respect to recording time, let's just dive into the technicals of, again, right, 9:02 p.m. on the Eastern time. It's relatively late, so apologies if my energy is a little bit low. I'm kind of exhausted, but again, you know me. You've known me for quite some time now that I'm one of those crazy people that I will push through even though I'm in physical exhaustion or in pain. But when work comes, it's important to me to prioritize that always. I'm one of those type A workaholic. You know me. Right now, as you can see that we bounce off the 3,843 or 3,850. So hopefully you guys actually caught the dip that happened earlier today, I believe at about 7:30 p.m. on the Eastern time. And right now we are bouncing off at the 42 out of 70. With respect to MACD, still curving down, so there isn't really a sign of reversing yet. It seems that we are still contemplating, do we form a cup and handle, which right now I would say the rim is still formed, but we are reversing down right now. So it seems like this is just another chance of consolidation for us to recuperate, to form the cup that we have had before, and then form a handle, right? So it seems like this the chart right now that we're seeing on a daily perspective, which is typically the setting that I use, is not the most obvious right now. But we've been looking into it, and it seems like, if you're gonna take a bet, right, and you're gonna place a relatively risk mitigated execution price level, I think the current level at 3,850 would be a logical one. Do we see 3,475, right? I would say the likelihood will be low. I think maybe somewhere around like the 3,500 would be possible because as we get down further, we're going to be below 35. And if we got to get to 3,475 to even 3,150, you'll be drilling oil all over again. And the V-shaped recovery will be relatively massive, right? It will not be like a V. It will actually be just like a straight up rocket, right? So respect to Bitcoin is currently up about 2% right now. You could see we clearly broke the through $48,000. And contemplating, do we go further down, right? It seems like the chances of actually going further down will be slim because of the fact that we're the 33, we're already oversold. So I think in terms of incurring risk right now, Bitcoin is actually a good buy. Dogecoin is up about 1% right now. really oversold at the 28 out of 70, and 1650 is still a great level, anywhere from current level, to be honest with you, to 1302, that if we even have a chance to going back there all over again, which I think is unlikely, would be the dip right now. Cardano is reversing slightly, but it's obviously painful to watch, your portfolio going down in such negative gradual fashion, right? It's been quite some time now, right? If you look into it, technically we've been selling off ever since October, so it's almost like mid-December already. So that's something we are mentally preparing ourselves for, and we know that it's good that we are in a depleted level, means that you can start to incur risk if you believe in a long-term value proposition. Solana's down about 7% right now. Seems like it is coming true based on my technicals. 155 is coming. 133 is the level I would incur risk at. 113 would be the perfect risk level for me to incur, and I think that would be a steal level. And respect to XRP is down about 5% right now, basically ping-ponging between 88 to 78. Anywhere from the current level all the way down to 69 to potentially even 57, which I think is a stretch, because we're at the 33 right now. So I think XRP is actually a good buy right now if you believe in it. Polkadot is up about 0.18%. Right now, I think it's a good buy because of the 33 out of 70. So anywhere from current level to 25 is still a dip for us. Algorand is down about 6%. 147 is still selling off. So anywhere from current level to $1.36 is still good because we are still relatively oversold. Shiba Inu, again, right, anywhere from 2,900 to the 900 is still the frame that will be incurring risk. Polygon or MacTac is down about basically flat right now. So anywhere that I would personally incur risk as we deplete, because we're at the neutral level, 175 to 143. And then with respect to AVAX is down about 0.17%, is not much, right? We did break the resistance level that we identified so far, so it came true. The technicals never lie, right? Keep saying over and over again. So current level to 60 is still going to be the level to incur risk at. So with respect to the news front, let's just dive into the news real quick. I will say it's relatively active towards the end of the day on Friday. The first one is talking about with respect to UNICEF, which is a non-for-profit organization. They launched their own NFT on Ethereum to help connect schools to internet. So it seems like they're raising money to be, for greater goods. And educational system, as you know, there's a lack of funding for it. So I really appreciate for what they're doing. And the next one's on Decrypt about 2 hours ago, talk about with respect to CryptoPunk owner explains why IP dispute led to a $10 million Ethereum NFT sales. So it seems like there's some dispute going on. Not sure what that is. Just more of a trivial news with respect to NFT commercialization and some of the pain points that cultivated into this IP dispute. It's interesting to read, but nothing really substantive, right? The next one's on Barron's about 3 hours ago, how lending your crypto could generate attractive yields. This is something we know, right? If you lend your crypto on Coinbase or on Binance, you could generate as respective yields for the coins. But I think it's more, I would say, prevalent towards the altcoin side of the house. I think you could also lend your Bitcoin away. So I'm not that, I'm not that informed on that front. But it seems like, there is opportunity for you to be a lender if you hold a certain amount of crypto assets in your holding. Then the next one's on Decrypt about 4 hours ago, talk about with respect to a heavy loss for the week. And basically the article on this Decrypt article is really talk about what's the rationale behind, the sell-off, right? We've been keeping tabs, so nothing that we need to really revisit again, right? And the most recent sell-off that we've seen today is really with respect to Evergrande news, and obviously the Omicron, and obviously the CPI report that we heard earlier today, all triangulated into the current translations of the price that we see in front of us. And then the next one is talk about with respect to Mark Cuban is the most excited for Ethereum. So it seems like Mark Cuban is like, Jack Dorsey is like the Bitcoin maximalist. It seems like Mark Cuban is like an Ethereum maximalist, and he's saying that he's highly bullish on Ethereum specifically, on the future proposition and the near-term price surge that we should be technically seeing in the next couple months from now, especially in 2022. He expects that it's going to be a massive year next year. And then some other news with respect to more NFT sales. There's a Bored Ape Yachts Club NFT sold for 96 Ethereum. There's another one that's called a Crypto Punk NFT sold for 250 Ethereum. So seems like there's more news around this commercialization front. So with respect to the risk management level, these are the levels I've identified so far for us, and it seems like we are within a lot of this attractive and steal levels that we identified so far. So hopefully you guys have your limit order ready. And I think it's very logical for us to be doing this right now. Nothing to be really afraid of, because ultimately these macro news doesn't really change the long-term fundamentals of this asset, right? Obviously, these are volatility that will stir people's emotions, and institutional investors had to take the loss because of the Evergrey application. But that doesn't really have anything to do with respect to the the value of the assets that we are holding right now, right? So it's a good buy opportunity. I think it's logical for us to be taking the right execution, and hopefully you guys are thinking clearly as well. So I'm really exhausted. I am. My stomach's kind of hurting as well. I think I ate a little bit too much, and I'm also a little bit dehydrated as well. So I'm actually gonna take a break now, finally, and it's almost like 9:30, so I'm kind of tired. So I'm gonna just shut up now. But really appreciate you for joining me again on the third video today, and stay tuned for the cup. Take care. Bye.